What if I told you one of Final Fantasy VII's most tragic characters may have never died at all? Zack Fair, soldier first class, hero, and the man whose story was never fully told. But Final Fantasy VII Remake changes everything, and fans are freaking out. So what really happened to Zack Fair? Stick around, because what you're about to hear will blow your Mako-soaked mind. And hey, don't skip ahead, because later in the video we're going to break down frame by frame the secret cutscene that Square Enix snuck in, and how it changes Zack's fate forever. Before we talk about alternate timelines, secret cutscenes, or Sephiroth's cryptic dialogue, we need to talk about Zack Fair. Zack isn't just a minor character. He's the heart of one of Final Fantasy's most tragic stories, and one of its most mysterious. Zack was a soldier first class, trained by Angeal, worked with Sephiroth, respected by Shinra. But more than that, Zack had something rare in this world: heart. While everyone else chased power or glory, Zack believed in protecting people. He was the guy who'd put himself in danger just to help a stranger. He had charm, humor, and hope, even in the corrupted world of Shinra. But here's where things get strange. In the original Final Fantasy VII, Zack is barely mentioned. He shows up in scattered flashbacks. There's no boss fight, no major arc, just a guy with spiky black hair who looks suspiciously like Cloud, and then he's gone. It wasn't until much later in the game that players realized Cloud's entire identity was a lie. See, Cloud never made it into Soldier. He was just an infantryman, trying to prove himself. But when Zack died, Cloud's mind broke. He absorbed Zack's memories, his role, even his voice. The Cloud we knew? He was carrying Zack's story without even realizing it. And that's what made Zack Fair a mystery. He wasn't just Cloud's friend. He was the missing piece of the entire narrative. Crisis Core finally gave Zack the spotlight, and his final mission is heartbreaking. After escaping Nibelheim with Cloud, Zack is ambushed just outside Midgar. He fights for hours, alone, injured, bleeding, but he never runs, never gives up, because he believes Cloud will live. And in his last moments, he says, "For the both of us." Then silence. That was supposed to be the end of Zack Fair, until Final Fantasy VII Remake brought him back. Somehow, someway, Zack Fair is alive, and everything we thought we knew might be about to change. Before we get into how this is possible, do me a favor, hit that like button if Zack's story hit you in the feels, and comment below, what was your first reaction when you saw him alive in the remake? When Final Fantasy VII Remake dropped, fans thought they knew what they were getting. The same story, better graphics, more character moments. Right. At first, it felt familiar, nostalgic, but then, something changed. These strange, ghost-like figures, the Whispers, started showing up, and suddenly, fate became part of the story. The Whispers don't just look creepy, they are fate. Literally, they exist to make sure events happen the same way they did in the original timeline. Characters don't die early. Scenes unfold exactly as they used to until they don't. The Whispers correct what's not supposed to happen. They're like the game saying, "Nope, you can't change the story." But Sephiroth, he doesn't care about fate. He wants to break the cycle. At the end of Remake, you literally fight destiny itself. Not metaphorically, literally. The final boss is fate, trying to stop you from rewriting history. And when you defeat the Whispers, something cracks. The future is no longer set in stone. Time splits, realities diverge, and suddenly Zack is alive. This version of Zack didn't die outside Midgar. And if that's true, we're not in the original story anymore. Even tiny details have changed. The mascot on a chip bag is different. Characters say new lines. Some scenes play out in completely unexpected ways. So what does this mean for Rebirth? Are we in a parallel world, a multiverse, or is this just one giant metaphor for letting go of the past? Maybe Zack's survival is a chance to fix what was broken. Or maybe it's the first sign that things could go very wrong. The past is no longer written. The future is unknown. The remake isn't just telling the same story with better graphics. It's challenging what we thought was set in stone. And it's setting up a version of Final Fantasy VII that might be darker, wilder, and more emotional than ever before. What do you think is happening? Drop your theory in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And hey, if you're into FF lore, theories, and breakdowns, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives just like this. If Zack Fair is alive, then everything is on the table. This isn't just a twist. It's a signal, a warning, that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth might not just retell the story we remember. It might transform it. Think about this. If Zack survived, he could reconnect with Aerith, and that alone could completely change her fate. In the original timeline, Aerith dies. It's one of the most iconic and heartbreaking moments in gaming history. But now, that moment is under threat. She's acting differently in Remake, like she knows something, like she remembers more than she should. What if Rebirth is showing us two timelines? One where the original events play out, and one where Zack survived. Maybe we'll switch between them. Maybe they'll merge. Or maybe they'll collide in a way that tears reality apart. The clues are there. Changing symbols, shifting memories, characters sensing something is wrong. Like the world itself is unstable. So now we ask the big question. If the story's changing, who lives and who dies? Aerith might be saved. Or maybe someone else dies in her place. Maybe Cloud remembers too much. Maybe Sephiroth has already won in one of these timelines. The rules are broken now, and no one, not even Zack, is safe. If Zack meets Cloud again, if he learns what happened, he might become the key to saving the world, or the reason it falls apart.
7 seconds till the end.
Everyone's focused on Zack, how he survived, what it means. But the real question we should be asking is this. What does Sephiroth know, and when did he know it? This isn't the same Sephiroth we fought in 1997. He's different. He's calmer, more cryptic, and way more in control. It's almost like he's already lived through this story before. He talks like someone who knows what's coming, like he's already seen the events of the original game, and is trying to change them on purpose. At the end of Remake, Sephiroth takes Cloud to the edge of existence, literally beyond time. He shows him visions of what could happen, not what will, but could. That moment proves one thing. Sephiroth knows how this all ends, and now he wants to rewrite it. So here's the big twist. What if Zack surviving wasn't just fate being broken? What if Sephiroth made it happen? With the Whispers gone, destiny is no longer protected, and the moment they fell, Zack's reality changed. Almost like Sephiroth wanted him back in the picture. But why? Sephiroth could be using Zack as a distraction, a tool, a test, something to destabilize Cloud, emotionally, mentally. Remember? Zack's memory is what kept Cloud from falling apart. If that's messed with, so is Cloud's mind. Sephiroth doesn't just fight with a sword. He fights with control. And now that the story's off the rails, he's the only one who seems to know the rules. So maybe the biggest twist of all isn't that Zack's alive. It's that Sephiroth planned it that way. Maybe this was never about saving the planet. Maybe this is about taking control of every possible timeline. And in Rebirth, we'll finally see what happens when the villain isn't just a step ahead. He's seen the entire future. He knew. He always knew. What if Sephiroth isn't just breaking fate? He understands it better than anyone. What if he's the one rewriting the story, not us? Drop your theories in the comments. I want to hear what you think. If your mind's racing like mine, hit that like button to keep the hype going. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next episode takes things even deeper. You won't want to miss what's coming next.